Okay, namaste everybody. Good morning, hope you're all well. We are here for another Friday morning meditation. Hope you're all well. And hopefully the sound and everything is good. It's always a question mark how the sound is. But what we thought we'll do today is, I was talking with my friend yesterday and I actually spoke to 3 of my friends just catching up, and in their lives there is, stress, and I guess we all can relate with that. Is everyone has stress in their life in general. It wouldn't be too far-fetched to say that life in general is stressful. And the degree of stress varies, but the general, there is always stress, in work, in relationship, in family. So how do we deal with it, How do we actually cultivate a practice or a lifestyle or habits that can actually help us manage stress better? And that's what we're going to cover, try to cover today through meditation. I mean, it's a huge subject and there's so much that can be said about how to manage stress. As I was reading, doing some research on different ideas that I can incorporate, tons and tons of research, but obviously in 20 minutes we won't be able to go through all of them. And what I thought we will do is talk about practical, simple ideas that we can take into our lives. So let's get started. The first thing that I read about stress is interesting is, when we look at our smartphones, this is interesting that when we look at it like that, right, where our neck is our head is kind of moving forward. And that, what it does, it compresses or it impacts the vagus nerve, which is the opposite nerve for adrenaline. That is, that nerve actually helps, the vagus nerve helps in relaxation. And it actually gets impacted a little bit, and it says that it gets constricted. So the idea is to always have your chin kind of tucked in, looking straight, and so for all our phone users, including me, we have to look at the phone like that, where your head is still, your neck and your shoulder are in one line. Your head is neutral, kind of, and you're sitting upright, comfortable. So let's do that. So we just get started with just making yourself comfortable, and again, making sure there's a nice gap between, chin and your chest, and just chin tucked in nicely. And that's the first phase. And in yoga asanas, we follow that with called a mountain pose. If some of you practice yoga asanas, it's really valuable for stress management as well. We'll talk about that later. So let's just get started. Taking some time to breathe, so important. Everywhere I read relaxation, taking time, pausing, breathing, different languages, but the message is same. One long deep breath, inhaling, exhaling. I do that a couple of times. Exhale. You can release a sigh through your mouth when you exhale. One last time. We use this as a pre-meditative technique in our practices as well, and such a helpful tool. It helps to step back, get a bit more clarity, more focus. Just continuing to breathe. One of the practices, breathing, There is complete yoga breathing. I think I do that in most of our sessions, so I won't do that today. I'm assuming everyone knows that already. What we will do is a variation of Brahmari breathing that also helps with managing stress, and it also activates your vagus nerve channels that also helps to release those hormones for relaxation. So this variation of Brahmari breathing will use the mantra Om. So what we'll do, we'll use our thumb and we'll place it on the ear holes, blocking it off, and your fingers gently resting on your forehead or your temples. And we keep our ear, try to keep it closed. Maybe not yet because you're hearing me, but yeah, in general, we'll close it. And we inhale, and when we exhale, we say Om, really lengthening that mantra Om in our breath. And we try to hear that mantra in our mind, in our head, and letting that vibration really go through your neck, your throat, and your head. You can even practice a variation where you can take this sound vibration to your chest, to your throat, and to your forehead. You can play with the pitch to increase that vibration. So depending on how you want to do it, but the simple way is just allowing the sound vibration to resonate in your head and your throat. So let's do that. So we inhale. You close your ears. Om. Just allowing that humming sound. Taking it to your throat. Lifting it to your forehead. One last time. This is a good practice. All the breathing practice helps to activate or release the vagus nerve channels, and particularly Ujjayi breathing and this breath. Maybe we'll do Ujjayi breathing next time. A very helpful practice. Just allowing the mantra Om to resonate in your mind. The next practice we will do, we'll actually move into, would be Goranga breathing. And what we'll do the Goranga breathing, and then we'll move into mantra meditation or kirtan meditation. We'll combine that together. And they were saying, a lot of research were saying singing actually helps to release stress, and the reasons being the physiological reason, or the reasons from a science perspective is, again, it allows the vagus nerve, because we are singing from your throat, it actually releases the vagus nerve channels, which is behind your neck. It kind of activates it, so to speak. And then even better from a yoga perspective is that we are adding a transcendental sound to the singing. So not only is helping from that perspective of science, but from a spiritual perspective, when you're adding a mantra to our breath, that is a transcendental sound, a spiritual sound, what it does is, it connects you, the Atma, with the Parama Atma. There is a union through the spiritual sound. It says, I think we have repeated many times, that the spiritual sounds originates from the spiritual world, and it's a manifestation of the Supreme Spirit, Supreme Soul. And by singing, we are actually connecting up with that. So very simple way, it touches you, the Atma within the body, gives you the spiritual food that you need, and also your body, how it is made up, it also activates the nerve, the vagus nerve, or the relaxation nerves, that helps to calm your body and the mind as well. So let's get started. I'll just mute this audio. So I think everyone knows the mantra, breathing, Goranga mantra breath. So we'll inhale, we say the mantra Go-Ra-Anga, divided into 4 syllables through the breath. And when we exhale, we say the mantra Goranga to the whole length of our breath. And again, the idea is to sing it so that you can hear it. Your mind becomes focused on this sound vibration, and also singing it, activating your throat and your nerves. So we'll do that with the guitar. So we inhale, we exhale, we say the mantra out loud. Go-Ra-Anga. Go-Ra-Anga. Just allowing the sound vibration to resonate in your throat, in your mind. Go-Ra-Anga. Go-Ra-Anga. Last breath, the Goranga mantra. Goranga. So we'll move into mantra meditation. We'll use the same mantra. Goranga, Goranga, Goranga. Now it's your turn. Goranga, 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 Goranga. Goranga, 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 Goranga. Goranga, 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 Goranga. Your turn. Goranga, 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 Goranga. Goranga, 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 Goranga. All together now. Goranga, 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 Goranga. One more time. Goranga, 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 Goranga. So I hope you're feeling nice and relaxed, and a few things on top of, if you do this breathing and the mantra meditation, and different forms of breathing and different forms of mantra meditation, such as full body, complete yoga breath, that is, and then the Brahmari breathing that we taught, and then the Gauranga breathing. If we do that, at least simple way, and even if you don't have musical instrument, just using your breath as a guide, and you can add these mantras, fantastic. And then you do this mantra meditation, japa meditation. It's really, what it does is not only it helps you manage stress, but it also helps you to take the next step of stress management, that is stepping back. And they were saying in the research journal that stepping back and seeing what are the triggers for stress, what is causing you stress, prioritizing, having a timetable, having a schedule, prioritizing deadlines. Sometimes when you're playing multiple roles, multiple hats, you work, you come home, you have kids, you have family, you have friends, you have relationships, you're juggling many roles and responsibilities, it sometimes becomes harder to actually take that step, and see it clearly, stepping back, okay, these are my roles. What is that I'm stretching to do? What is it that the must need and a must thing that needs to be done? What are the things that I can let go of? What are the things maybe I don't have to do this week, I'll do it next week, How do you get that clarity? It comes from practicing this meditation where you're able to step back from that. You're able to step back from the mind and the ideas that your mind brings you, and you're able to see it in a bit more clarity, And they were saying that, changing your diet, changing your lifestyle, I'm sure if you Google stress management tips, there's plenty of, so we are just touching the surfaces, just giving brief ideas that how meditation is not just a technique, but it leads to a lifestyle choice where it becomes part of your life. All the choices you take, it's all integrated into the lifestyle, the yoga lifestyle we call it. And they say yoga practices, yoga exercises, having a healthy, nutritious diet, balanced diet, having a proper sleep routine. They were saying drinking less coffee, less chocolates, less stimulating agents. That helps us to actually manage those hormones in our body that causes this imbalance, in our body, and they all come together, and you start from the foundation of meditation in your life, and you build upon it what you can, just like you build a house. So that's all from me. I hope it was not too much information overload, and you had something to take away. We'll finish with a quote from the Bhagavad Gita, one of my favorite. It's really helping me also to just reflect on few ideas during the day when I read it. So this is a really nice quote. It's from the Bhagavad Gita as it is. It is chapter 2, text 55. The Blessed Lord said, Krishna is speaking to Arjuna, O Partha, he's addressing Arjuna, when a man gives up all varieties of sense desire which arise from mental concoction, and when his mind finds satisfaction in the self alone, then he is said to be in pure transcendental consciousness. So what he's doing is, he's breaking it down a little bit more from the purport that, the sense desires comes from the mind. And when you're able to step back from that by practicing this regular meditation, and redirecting your mind on spiritual activities. Your mind wants to hear something, your mind wants to see something, your mind wants to speak something, your mind wants to touch something. So you see, you see different beautiful spiritual pictures. We have pictures of Krishna, we have pictures of different spiritual personalities, and that helps us cultivate a different headspace. Even going to nature, you see sunset is relaxing, right? And then you use your ears by having a regular practice of mantra meditation. You use your sense of touch for japa meditation, and that way you are slowly getting situated in that transcendental consciousness that gives you peace and happiness. So thank you very much for your patience. Thank you very much for joining in the morning and listening. Wish you all are well, and hopefully we'll see you in person sometime soon. Until then, thank you very much. Namaste. Take care.